Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor episode number 61. Sorry, I realized that I had the thing open so I can hear my voice, which is, as everybody knows, is just death to speaking.
At least we know it's not a huge delay.
That's true. But it's episode number 61, guys, and honestly, in 61 sessions of this game, do you guys think we've done a lot? Do you think that this is 61 sessions worth of content that we've accomplished so far? Or do you think we're like spending way too much time shopping?
No, I think that's good.
If you had to, yeah, shopping's content.
Wait, are you saying we're shopping today?
You could try. You could certainly try. Anyways, last week. We're going to have played 3 weeks in a row, guys. I am so excited. But if you're just joining us, which I know there's not actually anybody there, but I say this every time for my own benefit, is some sort of if you're just joining us. And this time it's we're putting together stone statues, so we're doing little puzzles, and it's adorable and it's fun. So please enjoy watching my players have so much fun on this little mini game. I'm just looking at Sim's face as she just hates it so much. She hates everything I
hate
designed.
Puzzles.
It's like everything should just be combat all the time.
I need the visual in front of me, and if I don't have it,
there's
I'm fucked.
Literally a visual in front of you.
Well, it's not the same as being able to touch it and move things around.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
You should paper
And
mache,
wander around and
one
find.
for her.
All right.
You know.
Yeah.
I need a 3D rendered virtual environment.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to start paying me. So last week the team finally set off towards the Crescent Isle proper, and with the help of Destrin, who they formerly only knew as the Handyman, with a long-brimmed cap and face completely obscured by hands covering their face, they sort of made amends and grouped up to go finally explore the temple on the island. It was a very uneventful sneak onto the past the woods through all of the undead-like creatures,
You never got to fight a zombie.
reanimated shark folk, and well, pretty much anything that's ever died within the Cauldron of Purity, it seems, resurrected on the island defending this temple. But they were able to sneak by without any conflict and found themselves on this sort of Aztec-like old ruined temple with water features and broken stone statues and iconography and, once again, illegible primordial runes. They spent some time dicking around and trying to put some statues together, and that's where we're picking up, is with their first attempt to put statues together. I'm going to say that our time, because I forgot to write anything down, our current time is going to be about noon. So as you guys keep going, bear in mind that sunset is going to be around 8 o'clock.
Okay. Hang on.
Okay?
Oh, no, I mean, keep going.
Okay.
Hang on, but keep going.
Hang on, but then
Okay,
also
no,
just
we're good. We're good. I had a thought, but then I wasn't sure it was correct, so I had to double check, but we're good. Continue.
Okay. Thank you for
Does
that.
anybody have a shovel?
Have a what?
So
A shovel.
I'm gonna start moving the pieces apart so I can.
Is that-
Me? I think I bought a shovel. Didn't
You have a shovel. I would love to have a shovel. It might not be necessarily helpful, but it's just an idea.
I guess I can only make one person capable of using one at a time. I can't make everybody capable of moving everything. So, never mind.
I mean, unless there is some combination, maybe we don't actually have to hold it together. But I was gonna go see if I could dig up some clay to try and
I do have a shovel.
hold things in place to make it a little bit easier.
If you're looking for clay,
Mm-hmm.
you could definitely find that there are some softened mud spots around the area. Actual clay, like that specific type of earth, make me an investigation check.
See. Using SETI's shovel, I'll make an investigation check. 12.
Actually, you know what? Make a nature check, because that makes more sense to me.
Oh, alright, yeah. That makes sense. Oh, natural 1.
I can assist with nature checks. I am good at those.
Well, she's assisting, then I'll make another roll. That's a 22.
Or
22.
Nice.
Searching around the
Either
area,
or, yeah.
finding any hard clay, you don't find
Mhm.
anything particularly like sculptable, but you do find some earthy sort of hardened clay that you think with a little bit of additional moisture could be you become slightly moldable and sticky.
Just trying to hold those things together a little bit better, so when
Yeah.
we move them, we don't have to set them all up again.
Yeah, looks like there's probably about like
wait.
maybe 10 pounds worth that you can get, depending on how much time you want to spend on it.
Yeah.
But you
So
definitely have to dig it up. So
I'll dig it up, and I'll try and make it into some kind of, clay glue.
okay. So you guys see Grim just sort of sets off. Go ahead and put yourself somewhere on the map. I guess I'll put you over here, actually. This is where that looks like clay.
Sorry, where were you? Sorry, I clicked myself. Where were you putting me?
Right over here looks like there's some clay.
Oh, okay. There we go.
That looks like clay to me. So, you guys watch as Grim goes off and starts digging in the ground. What's everybody else doing?
I'm investigating for more writing or other things that, like symbology.
There is no writing other than what's here.
Okay.
But there are depictions, murals, that are sort of like carved into the stonework surrounding the main structure.
Yeah, I'll go up the stairs if there's like stuff up there further up. But I want to like study the murals or any kind.
I will assist with that.
Okay, so one of you guys make me an investigation check with advantage, or both of you can make me an investigation check.
I have a +6.
You go ahead.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It's pretty... You're not sure what the order is, but there are 3 main sections of the mural. There's the front that covers and arches over the big doorway, which is, by the way, open. And you can just sort of see darkness beyond what you can immediately see. But the mural itself, sort of starting at the top, has what looks like 3 figures facing different directions. Each one is a pretty obviously depiction of the statues themselves, from not this particular location, but from the greater cauldron as a whole. Each one holding in itself a bowl, and pouring from that bowl is spreading water. Granted, it doesn't look like actual water, it looks like carved symbolic water movement, but each one is flowing to its own location. You can see each flows to one side, and the front itself is pulled onto both sides. So which would you like to investigate first, the big front mural or the sides?
Do the big front one.
Looking at the big front mural, you can see that the water cascades down, and as it does, it continues to fill different cups on its way through. On each of the different cups, there are symbols, which, with your investigation check, I'll need you to make me a history check, I guess is the best thing, to try to figure out if you understand the meaning of the symbols that are on them. They're not a language by any means.
Okay. 17.
17. They seem to depict some sort of concept. Each bowl has iconography and symbols that suggest a pattern on both sides. And it goes from bowl to bowl. The water continues to pour, and as it does, you can see that it adds something each time. Like the water seems to change its flow. In the first bowl, you see that it collides, and there is 17 iconography. It looks like sturdy. It looks like, what you can glean from it is that it looks like it's sort of flowing into a very sturdy bowl. This is the best way I can think to describe this, because I didn't write down what I was exactly saying. The next one seems to pour into what looks like some sort of adaptable. The thing you get from the first one is sturdy. The one you get from the second one is adaptability. The one you get from the third bowl is energy. And the last bowl is life. And pouring from that bowl is a creature that is just rising its head above.
What kind of creature?
Nondescript humanoid.
Okay, so there's 4 bowls?
There are 4 bowls cascading down, one to the next. So it's kind of like a like that thing you've got behind you in your office right now.
Yeah, like a fountain.
Yeah. Pouring water from one to the next to the next.
Uh-huh. I don't know what to glean from this, personally. Is there anything that SETI can see or intuit that connects these different bowls to the different statues or something?
Make me an intelligence check.
4.
4? No. These bowls make no sense. At first you think, oh my god, there's so many cauldrons. And then you're like, no, there's three. I need to figure out what this means. But it's mirrored on both sides of the archway, the different types, but they're pouring into 2 different looking creatures at the bottom. I'd say on one side is some sort of beast, on the other side is some sort of humanoid creature.
Well, I don't know what the fuck to make of any of this. Cleary, you're the expert at art stuff. What do you think?
Oh, I could spend some time looking.
Oren, do you have any ideas?
Maybe if it has some sort of religious significance, I might
Go
know.
and make a religion check.
22.
22? As far as the religions that you've heard of or known from your previous world, that nothing. This doesn't mean anything to you.
Yep, I got nothing.
I mean, it's water flowing from different bowls, and one of them is like life and sturdiness and different stuff. Is it saying, you have to go through these things to get to the last one, which is life? And what's this person doing?
Guidance. Sorry.
What's up?
Nothing.
Something about guidance? Is that what I heard?
I forgot that I had it again.
It's okay.
The worst.
It's all good. People can do stuff without guidance. They've been
People
doing
should
it for
ask me for
millions of
guidance.
years.
They're like, "Hey, mom, can you help me with this?"
Alrighty. So, Cleary is going to take some time trying to study the mural now that he's
Cleary
done
gets
sketching out all
guided.
the pieces. All right. How are you guiding Cleary?
It's always a pat on the head.
Oh, you just walk over and pat him on the head. Gotcha.
Even though
You
he's like
can't
8
reach his
feet tall.
Roxy will find a
climb
way
Up his
to
body.
pat their head. I will make him bend down, or I will climb something. I
Okay.
give pats.
Where
Cleary.
is Cleary?
Like Starbuck climbing our jeans when we have a treat in our hand.
Oh wow. Cleary rolled a 24. So Cleary's gonna wait, what does guidance give you?
A D4.
D4. He's gonna use that. 25. Cleary, you spend some time with it. This is gonna take him half an hour. So what would you guys like to do while Cleary spends half an hour studying? During that same time, Graham, you're able to get about 10 pounds of clay.
I'm just like doing my like like the Yixing clay pots, like teapots.
Mhm.
Like trying to make myself some nice, like good, like solid clay.
Oh yeah, cool.
For
For
just
doing
specific
that,
role for making clay.
make me another nature check for that.
An 8.
An 8. I mean, it's clay. It's
Yep.
it's not like the
It's like
fancy
super
stuff,
wet.
but it's like you had to create water to put it, or you got like a bowl and just started pouring water from the little like sort of slow moving waterway that's on
Right.
the structure behind you, and it's just kind of water and it doesn't quite mix super well, so you kind of just have like a sloppy sliding, but you definitely have a mound of clay.
We're gonna be here
Cool.
for like a little bit, maybe even like an hour or so. I'm gonna start tinkering away on my thingy.
Oh, okay, so you guys watch
That was definitely not the time for that.
Just gonna
as
chill
Orin
over
sits
in the
down
corner here.
and starts messing around with some little bits and bobs, and you can see like his hand starts gesturing over them, and he's like, it kind of just looks like he's sort of like just moving his hand like he's massaging it, but then you see like little sparks flying from underneath. Like, what are you guys laughing at? All right.
As I'm tinkering with my thingy.
Oh, god damn it.
Massaging it, sparks flying.
I hate you
But I
all.
said it's not the time for it. This is the terrible time to be doing that.
Okay.
Perfect time to be doing it. What are you talking about?
So you continue doing your work. I'll go ahead. Yeah, just go ahead and get a roll for me on that. Tinker's tools.
So is intelligence plus proficiency, or
Yes.
ooh, so 25.
That is a success for sure. And we'll go ahead and double your time. So whatever time you spend working on it at this juncture, it's going to be double the amount of time towards your
Okay,
24
so
hours.
Whenever we figure that out, I'll write it down.
Gotcha. Alrighty. What are Bropsy and Mitnir doing during this time? I'll have you know there's still a guy in armor with a hood, and he's just sort of sitting there, like just standing there, blocky at the very base of this structure. And then you also see that did I even put them on there? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, so these guys are just standing here still. They have not moved. They're just watching you guys move around. They've got their arms crossed. Destrin and the
Oh.
Destrin and the sort of like one that keeps walking on the bottom of the water.
Mm-hmm.
They're at least keeping
Gimbly.
guard, I hope.
It's Gimbly, right?
Yes.
I don't remember the jar's name.
It's Gimbly and Gumble.
Gumble. Okay.
I guess
The
I'd be
Amazing
just
World of Gumble.
kind of like meandering back and forth, like inside of the entrance, just kind of keeping an eye out, make sure nothing's coming in.
Okay. So go ahead and make me a perception check.
The 17.
17. Looking into the the time you spent, you just sort of you were messing with the statues, and then you begin to turn around. You're like, all right, I'm going to take some time to sort of see if there's anything keeping an eye on us or anything like that. You look into the dark and you see figures just slowly moving around you guys, almost in like a circular pattern. Some of them even come close to the edge where the shadows are, and sort of like blank, placid faces, eyes completely white, just sort of staring and standing. And as the sun begins to move, you see they'll either take a step back or forward with the shadows.
Hmm.
You guys are virtually surrounded.
I think they know we're here.
At least they don't like the sunlight. Which isn't much comfort, considering it's going away in a couple hours, but until then... Watch.
Can I recommend work faster?
We're trying.
All right.
While Cleary's studying, while Grim is doing what Grim's doing, I would like to enlist, I guess, Mitnir, and just keep shuffling the statues around to try to like find an arrangement that does something.
Okay, so you guys are going to start moving stuff around. Okay. In this 30 minutes, you guys can either break apart statues and put them back together, or you can shift the whole statues around.
Let's just.
What would you like to do?
I vote shift them.
Sure.
All right. So who's helping you with that? Because it'll be easier to shift them if more people are working on them.
As soon as I'm done with my clay, I'm bringing it over.
Otherwise, I'll be So you're good with your clay. You can come back with your clay.
I'm just gonna pack it all up on my shield and just kind of plop it down like, look, I made clay.
All right. So he brings his clay over, and you guys see that he's got like a shield full of clay. Please, by all means, do this in character.
There you go. I made this.
What's that for? You want to?
No, you stick it on there, and it'll maybe make it stick together a little better.
Well, doesn't
maybe...
clay have to be like fired to dry and stuff?
I don't make a lot of things out of clay. I grow mushrooms.
Clay can be air dried.
Well, yes, but how long does that take?
I don't know.
I mean, we could make a fire to help it dry.
Do we have fire?
All right, well, let's try. We have.
I don't know what would be for.
I can create fire if necessary.
Hey, okay, so we'll create fire, and then we'll have Cleary make it dry.
This seems like a job for clay, honestly. You're the sculptor. Do you think we could stick these pieces together with clay to make them stick so that it's not a bunch of parts? Also, maybe we don't want to do that because what if this isn't how they go? What if we need to create like monstrosities that are a bit different parts of everybody?
I'm currently studying. I think I more or less understand what's happening here. But I need a bit more time to try to glean the entire. Please don't glue anything together till I'm done.
Okay.
So
we'll
have the clay. We'll have the clay here for later if you need it.
All right. Well, in the meantime, let's all, those of us that aren't working on things, let's all just rotate the statues around one to see if anything happens.
You guys watch, and there's just a hand just like walking, just kind of like around the area, just sort of like lifting things up and kind of like crawling under things.
Or
Super creepy.
I've seen creepy are. A little early.
So are we rotating or are we switching?
It's up to you guys.
How are we doing
What would you like to do?
What if we swap the owl bear thing and the lobster snake thing?
So you're saying about doing this?
Okay.
And what if we do that?
Okay. Is that what you guys want to do with your 30 minutes while Cleary is finishing?
Sure.
I mean, there's only so many permeation.
Sure. Okay, so you guys spend some time. You don't glue it together, so you take it apart and put them back together and switch locations. And nothing happens. Meanwhile, Cleary will turn and say, interesting. Very interesting. The concepts of the mural, if you all want to gather around, sorry. And he comes, sort of gets everybody in a group. The concepts of, I think, creation is what I can best glean. It's hard to say for certain, but the way the water moves, the first bowl suggests form. The second suggests adaptability, evolution, change. Third bowl seems to represent energy, a catalyst. And the last one, life itself, which in and of itself is kind of hard to glean. But they seem to fall into a pattern of creating things, molding from the earth to create. I think it's the recipe for life.
Well, what are we supposed to do with it? Or is it just, I mean,
Well,
if this is just like a temple, it might just be...
It could be suggestive as a clue. It could be that it means to state that, for instance, let's say you're putting these together. That's form, yes?
Mm-hmm.
That's the first step, is determining the form. The second step would be to give it adaptability. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Maybe it's a more concept. The third is some sort of catalyst. And
So
the last...
we need to reinforce them with clay and then bring them to life?
Perhaps you're right. That's as good a guess as any, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, yeah, I mean, the adaptability, the evolution thing, I'm looking at these, they're all like vaguely humanoid, but, we've got a lobster thing, a tentacle thing, a owlbear thing, and a person, and it's like, I don't know what they, if there's some kind of evolution between them, I don't know what the order would be.
Well, we can try things all day, really. It's concept is really the problem.
Well, we can keep trying to shift them around on these corners to see if that works, but it does take time to shift them, and we only have until sunset. If we are pretty sure that this is how the statues are going to go, we can try Grimm's plan of putting clay on them to hold them together. Maybe an actual repair would be...
I could also wild shape into a bear or something so that we can move things faster. More brute strength.
That would certainly help.
Do you want me to try and animate them with spores?
I could use awaken if we had a nice agate.
A nice what?
An agate worth at least 1,000 gold.
Oh, agate. Yeah, okay.
But we don't have that, so I can't even attempt it.
Unfortunately, that's not my supplies either.
I figured.
Boy, I wish we could read that primordial.
Yes, right. I could do that. Sorry. Completely flabbergasted. I've been very dizzy for a while. So he'll come over and cast Comprehend Languages. Looking at the primordial that is around it, you see he casts a spell and his eyes begin to glow slightly as he waves his hand over it, begins to focus. It's similar concepts, but the duality of meaning for primordial, it seems to mean different things. It's sort of shifting in concept. But I think it's a requirement very similar to what you need. I think it equates... Okay. I think it equates to the elements. I think that the same way that the last trial you performed was tied to the other elements, this one is similar.
I'm just gonna pick up a handful of water and just splash it on the octopus.
Okay. So you go and throw a bunch of water on the octopus.
Is that elements?
Okay. So you go and you like fill your shield with water and just splash it on the octopus. It just like soaks the octopus and begins like pouring around it.
All right, I did my part. It's wet.
Well, if the octopus is water, the lobster thing must be some kind of fire lizard. And the owlbear would be air because they can fly, right? And then the person would be clay. Or is the person fire and...
Can't fly.
Huh?
Owlbears can't fly.
Yeah. But the owls can.
Yeah, but bears can't.
Who knows? Maybe we need to do magic water? I don't know. This is just regular water. I don't.
Or
What did
maybe
we have left?
what if that's the catalyst, or is that the second part? What was the second part? Evolution.
Adaptability. Form adaptability, right?
Form, adaptability.
Well,
Catalyst,
And then
the adaptable.
energy and life, right?
I'm going
and
to
light.
try splashing water on the other three.
Can't the octopus squeeze into tiny places and stuff?
Well, he would be adaptable, yeah.
All right, so you splash water on all the statues. They are all wet.
Yes, we did it.
Well, it was worth a
Success!
try. When you don't have any ideas, you just try things.
Okay, now let's all try blowing on them.
Too bad I didn't get that stupid fan, but it wasn't worth a year of my life.
So maybe it's not elements. Maybe those are just like, it's elements, but those are what they.
I want to say Bropsy could probably handle the air part.
Yeah,
with-
what's
with
your
having
guy?
the one breath in her all.
What's your guy doing in there? Is he just asleep? Wake him up! How do we wake him up?
What are you talking about?
Perhaps his guy inside of him.
I could try to communicate with him, but it's not that easy, and I don't know if he could help us here.
Well,
in
you
terms
try
of-
to talk to him. Oh, sorry.
No, I've got nothing. In terms of like elemental spells, I have Fog Cloud, which is not really an element, but it might be kind of misty. And Thunderwave, which is probably not one of the things we want.
I've got some kind of tree spirit lady inside me. Maybe I'll try to talk to her and see if she can, help me figure out what the heck to do with life.
Meanwhile, Destrin and Gimli are just still sitting there with their arms crossed, just like watching you guys walk back and forth.
Wonder how do they react to us talking about how we have like the first breath inside of us?
They have not reacted once this entire time. They're literally just standing there watching you guys go back and forth.
What checks did you have us do before for like trying to commune with the things inside of ourselves? Is that wisdom?
I mean, it's typically
Guidance.
wisdom based.
You guidancing me or you?
I'll guidance
There's
you first,
nothing
and then I can
else
guidance
that
you.
I have.
What
Yeah.
is guidance, by the way?
D4.
D4. So this plus D4.
Yeah, so it would just be a wisdom, just straight wisdom.
D4. 19.
19. You try to focus inward into yourself.
On the green lady.
The green lady that you've seen in your dreams, that you've seen in reality. And they begin to feel like this sort of welling sensation, and then nothing.
She's not home. Sorry, guys. Don't know where she went, but
Must be getting groceries.
she doesn't want to talk to Grim.
Rapsy
All right, your turn,
rolled
Rapsy.
a 25 to try to commune with him. Ask
Roll
if
it.
he could help with this particular part, or if he could glean anything about any of these trials, any of it.
As you sort of present this question, your mind begins to focus again and again, like what do I do? How do I get past this? And for a moment there's nothing, and then you hear, they are not ready. When they are, I will give life.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Create something new. And that's it.
Thank you.
So you guys watch as Bropsy is sitting there and starts getting like this really like furrowed brow for a second. like focusing really hard, and then you see her eyes just go completely white, and her limbs go slack, and then a second later she's back.
Ambe.
Anything?
I think she pooped.
We make something new. New.
Good
What is
thing-
new? What has not been done before?
Good thing we have clay.
Oh no, we
Something
make
new every
something
day.
new.
Sculpt.
Like I said, we're supposed to make like monstrosity things. So okay, like let's
Good
rotate.
thing we didn't glue them.
Yeah, let's
Maybe we
like just
make one new one and put it in the middle.
One new life.
we could try
Okay,
that.
What kind of arms do you want it at?
I was
In
going.
case it wants to kill us, probably don't make it very dangerous, right?
Why limit it to 2 arms?
Yeah, like let's rotate each torso like one to the right, and then the heads like one to the left, and then like switch up
Okay.
the arms with other
Here's
pieces.
what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the heads over onto one side. I'm going to put the arms. I'm just going to put everything.
Well, keep them in groups of like what goes together, so that way we know which pieces aren't being.
I'm putting them all in their own space so that I can move them back easier. Okay, so you've got arms. Here we go. We'll do this. We got right arms, you got left arms, you got heads, you got torsos,
Okay, leave the legs where they.
and the legs where they are.
Okay, so let's put the human torso on the octopus leg.
The human
No,
torso
no,
on the
dude.
octopus.
No?
Wait, are we trying to make one or are we trying to make many?
Well, let's start with one, and then if that doesn't fix it, we'll make many.
Let's start with one that doesn't have 8 legs it can grab us with,
All right.
It only has
in
4.
case it's a bad guy.
Okay. Well,
Oh, okay.
What's the octopus torso? Oh no, that has no
Like-
tentacles, right?
There is no octopus torso.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
The octopus head, feathery body, human arms, and snake tail.
So I'll put it in the body. Start with the bottom, work your way up is easier. What arms? Human arms?
Okay. Arms.
Is that what you said? Human arms?
Yeah.
Why not one human arm and one crab arm?
Well, I think we might need to, but
And then I said
You
octopus head?
want them to at least be symmetrical.
well, there's only 4. Well, any other arm we put on it is going to be a part of the body that is already there, like the one that goes with the snake tail or the octopus or whatever. So.
I just worry that if we turn it, if it's only one and it comes alive and it's got like giant pinchers, it might not be very good.
Well, we get this together with the 2 human arms. Does anything happen? No?
But we probably need the other steps too, don't we?
Are we putting it in the middle though?
So as far as I know, it's just everything's currently where it is.
Yes.
You guys have...
Well, okay, I guess we'll just keep adding more, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we put the snake head on the octopus? That's funny to me for some reason.
Okay, then that means
Human
Put the
torso?
human torso on the octopus legs.
Wait, you could do that. Yeah, that's true. Oh, we're making a snake Ursula.
okay, and then what part does that not have? The owlbear
It
arms.
doesn't have an
owlbear
owl.
arms.
Give it
owl
owlbear
bear.
arms.
Okay.
Beautiful.
This is the most cursed one I can imagine.
All right. So
And then
that
this
means,
the poor last one's gonna have no arms at all.
well, one of them's not going to have a torso.
Yep.
So let's put the owlbear face on the human legs. No torso. And
No arms either, just a head.
And then the last one is owlbear legs with the snake torso and the human head. And then we have to
Crab
give the snake arms to the human legs.
Just arms sticking out of it.
Just floating there.
Yeah,
Look at
you
it,
go,
Giles
you
draws
go,
a
you go
picture
to
and
put
they
those
get the middle.
together, and you just have like a head sitting on some legs, and then some arms laying on the ground.
We probably need to trade those out, right? Is that the human torso?
What you talking about, Willis?
I imagine that the octopus is destined to only have a head.
Yeah, we should probably.
But
Swap.
I thought that was beautiful.
So maybe snake torso on the human,
Rip Bob.
Okay,
and then
You were beautiful.
Okay, what would you like to do? You want to do that?
if we do snake torso, and then but we need the
change the arms
owl
out.
arms on that too. You have to remove the arms.
What you talking about?
The
Remove
feathery
arms.
arms going onto the human legs.
But already have an owlbear head.
Oh, it's true, it does.
So you have this,
Okay, so we can put the.
like that.
It does have
So
the
it's got a
owl
snake
head.
torso, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
So we need to put.
Octopus? No.
You should have color coded these.
They're statues.
So wait, so the octopus
sake of
didn't
us
have
reading
arms
it.
either, right? No torso, no arms for the
Mm-mm.
octopus.
It's literally just a head and
Okay, so let's leave.
I love this.
Why doesn't
Octopus
this
doesn't
work?
need arms.
This is
Yeah,
taking
it's-
this is taking another 30 minutes, by the way.
it has
Its
built-in
legs are its
arms.
arms. Yeah.
Take your
So we-
time.
Some head goes on there, right?
Yeah.
You want to put a head on there?
So just no torso, no arms for the octopus, just a head.
I do kind of like the idea of just a human head on an octopus tentacle. I think that's.
Well, but
I don't know
hang
about
on,
you
hang
guys.
on, hang on. Put. This is what I'm talking about. I need to have it in front of me so I can see what's going on.
Well, I think with
All
the,
right there.
That's not the
I don't
same
think
as having
there's
it
a
in
way.
front of me.
I think the octopus only having two parts, I think, makes it so that you can't put 4 different parts on everything.
Yeah, so I'm
Because
trying to
there's not,
figure
like-
out how that works. But I guess it didn't say it had to be all the pieces. It just had to be
Just
something new.
Something new.
All right, so put the rest of the pieces on the.
It's something different.
Okay. You form these into their positions. Currently, nothing happens.
Okay, I'll splash water on them again.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Especially what?
Splash water on
Splash
them again.
water.
I can't hear you guys are talking to each other.
We don't need to do that.
I splashed water on them again.
All right, you splash water on them. They are now wet.
Ta-da!
Okay, so you guys look around, and you hear down from below. And then you guys turn around, you see Destrin, and it's not her, it's just 2 of the hands clapping.
Is she just gone?
What?
No, she's standing there, but there's just 2 hands
Oh,
that
okay.
are just clapping.
Do your hands have something to say?
Oh no, it's nothing. It's just we've been
We
here
should
for an
use her
hour.
hands
We
instead of
just-
the arms.
Oh no, but just watching you all flutter about for the past hour, I've been at this for weeks, and yes, I admit I haven't gotten as much information as apparently you guys have, but this is wow. Just watching you all.
I
Well,
know it's marvelous. Aren't you so impressed?
we're either going to
It's
get
really-
results or we're all going to die here in a couple hours. So
Oh, I'll be fine.
She'll
Right.
just leave.
So wait, how do we put energy in it? So if your Zephyros is going to give it life, we give it form.
I mean, they're all pretty
We have to
adaptable.
give it all 4 of those things.
I imagine.
Well, if we
should.
if we do one arm that's different, right?
Well, Oren did mention putting it in the center. Maybe we could try doing that. Maybe just focus on one.
All right.
We could. Yeah, let's put Squid Face in the middle.
I liked my octopus abomination earlier. I named it Bob.
Oh, that
Okay.
one. The one with that's just the human head with the
He's-
octopus.
Oh, I thought. Oh, squid
No, no, no.
face.
I had given it a whole torso, but
Oh yeah, when it was a weird abomination.
So like that one.
Mhm.
Yes. Snake Thulu. Snake Thulu Man Hands. That's his name.
As you form these parts and you put this guy in the center, you watch as a single rune on the surrounding section on the bottom begins to glow.
Oh, all right.
That must be form.
give
Now,
Could we have done Bobbert instead?
You guys can do whatever you want. It is up to you to design your creature.
Does the rune
Just-
correspond to any of the bowls?
The rune,
Like-
not directly, but the concept does.
Well,
Does can Cleary form? Okay, so
if we take this one off, does the rune stop glowing?
Take what off?
Move it off of the center.
The thing off the center?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to say that in order to put this statue together and put it on the center and then take it apart and move it back off the center to see if it works, I guess just taking the head off, not too bad. But this whole thing's going to put you guys at about 130.
Okay.
Well, once we get them back to the middle.
Yes,
'Cause
when you take the head off, the rune
Stops glowing.
starts to dim.
Okay, so put it back on. Keep it there. Are there any
And
other
then-
places we have
sorry.
seen looking around where other statues might go, like in the center of something? Just over the whole temple?
You can do another search if you'd like. I'm going to say that that's going to take another half an hour.
Well, like, I've been up here to the entrance. Is this, like another place where I could put the statue?
It is a mimic of the same symbol you had before. But no.
Grim's just gonna start like adding some of his clay, which is probably dried some now. But I'm just gonna start filling in the cracks with clay on the guy that we made.
Glue them together.
Like you see, the thing that's on the ground isn't there. In front of the doorway.
All right.
There's just the iconography is the same.
Well, okay, so I think instead of each rune being a different statue, the rune is a different concept from the mural. So the one that's glowing is form, and then the next one would be adaptability. I don't know what that means.
I rolled a 16 for performance to artfully put clay on the statue.
Okay.
Then make it beautiful.
Okay, what are you adding to the statue?
I'm not. Oh, I have to add some.
Are you adding an anatomy to it? What's going on? What are you sculpting onto the statue?
Well, first I want to make smooth out some of like because they might not fit right?
Sure.
Are they kind of like disjointed?
No, they seem to hold together.
Oh, okay. Well, if they hold together the way they are, then...
everything seems to slot together perfectly with each other as you could put them there.
Okay, well then I will. I'll give him some little wings, little bitty baby wings. Kind of like squish them together.
You
just gotta
squish
think
some
of
little
these
baby
guys.
rings onto
Stick
them.
him on the back.
It's Mr. Potatoes.
He's adding something to it. Now he can fly. I mean, not really, because they're very small wings.
Okay, so you add the world's tiniest rings. With the 16, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They're very small. You only got 10 pounds of clay.
Yeah.
So they're about this. They're smaller than Bropsy's wings by far. And she doesn't have wings anymore. Just like
Thanks.
the cumulative amount of feathers that she has
Thanks.
more mass than the wings on this thing's back.
Thank you. I needed that.
Beautiful.
Just want to remind you.
Could I? Thank you. Really. Could I take somebody else's arms and put them in the corner?
What do you mean?
I
Nobody
assume
puts
that's
baby in
not
the
right
corner.
by your reaction, but
You want to? I just don't know what you mean. You're gonna
like
take
the other
one
arms
of these
and
arms?
place
Okay.
them in the corner, so it's like adaptability. He has other options.
Just
bet.
various replacement arms if he needs.
Okay. He's definitely got some options. Those are some.
So the wings do literally nothing, right?
They sit on its back.
But no additional rooms.
No, nothing seems to change there.
Well, we could try replacing, like you guys said, like replacing like one arm with a different.
I'm sorry. And you watch as Destrin walks up. I have to stop you. Watching you try to perform some sort of ritual here, I'm impressed that there's a glow. I didn't make it this far, but I think I might help now. Adaptability, and it's associated with water. Do you guys know the main outgoing product of this place?
Oh, that's
Midnir.
Oh,
Do you still have that bottle?
Yeah, I'll pull out my little bottle of the little bit of aquium.
Okay, you pull out a bottle of aquium. You've got what, 5 AE?
Perhaps it's narcolepsy. She's
It
never
sounds
seen
like
this
that.
before.
It's like 5 or 6 AE. What would you like to do with it?
Just pours it over its head.
You just pour it over its head. As you
Is
begin
that
pouring it
how
over
it
its head,
works?
you hear tink, 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 and as it hits, it begins to like slowly roll down, and it begins to move around in a really weird way, and you see the runes start to flicker on the ground as it begins forming into the cracks and begins filling it. It is not enough.
Told you though that we had to get it wet, didn't I?
You weren't wrong, actually.
It's
But it's
weird
not
water.
really
You gotta use
water.
weird magic water.
We need more. Does anybody have more?
Not that kind of wet, babe.
I mean,
She's looking shocked at me. Peanut
gotta
gallery
ask
over
Art
here
No
about
looking
context D&D.
absolutely mortified.
You broke Ropsy.
It happens a lot.
I'm just trying
Alright.
not to choke on my food.
Oh, don't worry, babe. After this, after we get it wet, we've got to give it energy. So it'll be great.
So that we can create life.
And from there
I
comes
was,
life.
I was gonna say.
Cleary's learning so much from this.
We're taking this so seriously.
All right.
She's like,
Who has more
Um,
Aquium? Where do we get more?
I don't have any, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I haven't had time.
You just hear Orin from the corner. What's that? You need Aquium?
Yes.
He's
much
sitting
you
there
need?
working, and he's got a fucking sack of Aquarium sitting next to him.
Do you have Sam?
I got lots. How much you need?
I don't know. Bring it over.
Do like one at a time until it poofs.
Yeah.
Not that one at a time. She won't stop laughing. I don't know what to do.
I guess I will take a minute out of my busy working environment to walk over there. And...
Okay,
What
so
was
it has
Orin
been
even
It has
doing?
been an hour and a half, so that's 3 hours total.
All right, let me write that down.
I mean,
He's
the,
just
the
been
next thing
tinkering
that's going
this
to happen.
entire time.
Mhm.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you,
he's
if
We're
you
trying to
didn't,
do all this,
Tinker's
and
device.
Orange is over there playing with his thingy the entire time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you didn't take the break, I was just gonna dump the whole bag of whatever you have on it.
You're definitely not dumping the whole bag.
Well,
All right, so you're just gonna start putting piece by piece, one at a time. 1, watch. 2, watch. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
I mean, until the thing glows, right?
Okay, so it's gonna take 30 pieces total of Aquam of AE, 30 AE.
That's including the 6 from.
That's including the 6 that have already gone in, so you need 24 more pieces.
All right, I'll take 24 off my total. Man,
As
I'm
you
gonna
see-
have to go get more.
As you watch him like stingily, one by one, and you see he starts looking into his bag and shuffles it a bit, looks back up at the statue, and you see like his face, like his eyes getting darker and darker as he keeps putting them on there.
After
And so-
each one, he's like, "Oh man."
And you guys watch as the rune's intensity, its glow, matches that of the form.
Come on, this has got to be the one. Damn it.
As it does, you see that the mobility starts to move in the joints even a little bit. You can see they start to relax slightly. No life in it, but they begin to soften. The features are less hard.
So, energy. Wait, what? Oh, Midnir. Why don't you just breathe electricity on it?
is that the right kind of energy?
It's energy, right?
It's worth a shot.
As long as it
Before
doesn't
we
break
try
the
other
statue.
kinds of energy. Shouldn't be so bad. It doesn't hit very hard with that. You've seen when he hits a monster? It's just like, oh.
Mitnir just like stares at you, just like.
It's okay. It should be fine.
Just kind of looks at the rest of the group like. Do you...
I don't have any better ideas, so sure, give it a go.
It's really odd watching Mitnir second guess his actions. I think it's probably a good idea as any. Don't
I'll
head
throw
back.
him into a rage.
You're asking me to scream at a.
I'm sorry. Did she
Rock.
say don't headbutt like she was there?
No. This was Cleary.
Oh, okay.
Don't headbutt it. That's where we draw the line. Just You can breathe.
I just yell
Okay,
it.
but when I headbutted the rock last time, it worked.
Yes, it broke.
To be fair.
We want this one to be alive, not to be broken.
You're just very confused, like,
If Mitney is not down for this, I can.
okay, and he just does the breath attack at the statue.
Make an attack roll.
Just
Non-lethal attack.
Does it beat a 10? If it beats it a 10, it hits.
it should. Just a D20. Let's see if I fail breathing on it. Oh, I failed breathing on it. It's a 3.
It's a 3?
But proficiency plus, does he get his proficiency plus
Yeah,
strength?
absolutely. He's got a
Perhaps he
proficiency
uses
plus-
guidance.
plus whatever
He's
his,
got
his
Plus
breath attack is.
What, plus 9 then, right? So
What does your breath
Well, let's see.
attack say?
I don't know. I can't, like, it won't
It's
let me
just a
just
saving
roll
throw,
the breath.
right?
I think so, actually.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's a
think it's-
saving
yeah.
throw. Never mind.
Now I'm like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Yeah.
When it fails, roll damage. It's probably a dex saving throw. It has 0
It
dex.
is a dexterity throw. 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage. You guys watch as the next rune starts to glow.
Oh,
But it's not quite there. It's flickering, but it's not there.
okay,
Do it
Clay, it's
again.
your turn. Oh wait, those work? Does that work? How long does it take you to before you can do that again?
It's a short rest.
Oh, okay.
Let's wait here for an hour.
Well, I
Here, it's
have-
your turn.
yeah, I don't have any.
Okay, right. Are we thinking like electricity? Is that
That's gonna work this time.
I have frost. I don't know if
Cool.
that'll.
All right, electricity. Let me go through. Well, I could probably use the magic ritual polygons.
Perhaps he's gonna try frost.
You're gonna try frost.
Gonna like chill touch it or something.
Okay, so go ahead and do your attack or whatever it is. Let me know what the 2 hit is.
It's a con saving throw, so I assume it fails.
I mean,
Or
we're
does it? It's a statue. It's con.
Yeah. So you
Con 17.
okay? Roll damage.
4.
4. You watch as the light actually dims slightly.
Oh. Okay, never mind. Electricity it is.
Okay. Yes.
Interesting. Well, that was actually interesting. It didn't remove the light completely. It didn't cancel it, but it didn't.
well,
Give me a second.
Mitnir gave
And
it
he sits
enough
down and
energy.
he starts mathing in his head. He's just like, right. And so he will cast. You watch it as. Oh, can I do something like way less high level than that?
Right? Like all
Oh
other
my
elemental
God.
stuff I have is a 3rd level tidal wave. That
Yeah.
seems
Okay. So
like-
he's just going to hold his hand to it, and you watch as his hand starts to glow slightly, and he begins like drawing in the air, sort of like flame symbol. And as he does it, he says very gently, he begins slowly pulsing out small flames into it, and you watch as it starts to glow slightly higher, slightly higher. Its energy is based on heat.
Oh,
Necessity of life, it makes sense. Life doesn't exist without some form of heat, a catalyst for, well, in general, for them to survive. I mean, there are things that could live in negative temperatures, but interesting.
you-
humanoid things.
Want me to
See?
bathe it in moonlight?
He's just going to keep using cantrips. He can just
Well,
fireball
he has
it over and over. Yeah, so he just boom, boom,
We're
boom.
gonna be
Yeah,
here
the
a
only-
while again. I might go back.
Only cantrip I have is chill touch, which is it's necrotic, which is.
Well, then
obviously-
don't get too comfortable because if this thing comes to life and starts eating us all, you're going to need to fight it.
So you watch as the pulse reaches the same intensity as the last one, and you see that the 3 of the points that are on the symbol are glowing now, and they're sort of, you can see a sort of tint of color to them. So sort of almost have like a rainbow-like effect sitting next to each other, but it's almost just a white light. And then Bropsy, you feel air filling in your chest. You guys watch as her like sort of bird chest really puffs out, and you can see her feather sort of ruffled up. You can see her her chest is almost all the way up to her beak, and then gently releases air. And as it does, you watch as the statue breathes in. And that's where we're going to take our break. We'll be back.
I need a
in just
christen him with a
second.
name.
Congratulations, we're all
You can think of a
parents.
name over the break.
Bobbert.
We need to take a break so that I can piece together the monster based on what you guys made it out of. Because I have a spreadsheet.
That's why I made sure it had human hands.
Well,
So it
you
having
get
a-
back in 5.
Cool, you gave it...
Yes,
And we're back, guys. So, as this thing breathes in, you hear its breathing, and you hear sort of a crumbling sound as the stone begins to fall away off of its flesh. And you see that there's color. The patterns begin to blend into itself. It's sort of like thick, furry torso going into these humanoid arms. It begins looking at its own hands, looking around. Begins to move, this sort of slithery sensation as the sort of color of the snake scales begin moving down the arm as it still begins to gain its form. And then as its sort of brain begins to pulse in that spot, and you watch color reach its eyes. It looks around at you all, and I need you all to roll initiative.
Question. Does it still have its little wing?
It absolutely does.
Yes.
It absolutely has little wings. Okay, not
Okay.
bad.
Oh, Arn with the fancy high roll. Jeez.
Okay.
I'm just gonna...
That is a high roll. Jeez.
Which one is the Bodak?
The one with the
The
hood.
Bodak,
The
Is
hooded
the suit of
hooded
armor.
guy?
yeah, it's the hooded one, and I will make him so you can move him.
Okay. And then I gotta roll for him, I guess. He
Yep.
has a +3.
Yeah, he's not the best. Okay, and then I'm going to...
Brain in a
Yeah.
jar. I forgot about that one. Hold on.
didn't put brain in a jar on the board.
Does it need? Okay, so does the negative apply to that or no?
I'm gonna need a second.
For initiative.
If you have a negative dex modifier, yes.
Mhm.
Okay. So
You
then
can't
the
have
brain.
it less than one total.
Okay, but he's a 9 then because I rolled a 13.
That's cool. Cool, it's cool. Let me get a brain looking thing. I thought I had a brain in a jar. Am I crazy?
Did you leave your brain in a jar?
I guess I just don't have one. Or anything even closely similar to a brain in a jar. Here, I'm gonna give you this little guy. Whoops, not that. Stop. I'm gonna give you that boy.
Yes.
Okay. So, let's make him so you can move him. Save setting. All right. So, I'm going to roll for my 2 kids and my monster. Oh, that's not good.
That's a great laugh.
Cleary, what's your initiative? Cleary, your initiative is +2. That's not bad. And Destrin is 11. Okay. So, 30 to 25.
27, I think it was, from Orin.
Goodness.
Okay.
All right.
All right. 25 to 20.
21.
21. 19 to 16, whatever.
19.
Below, that's a 50. All right.
Bodak is 15.
Okay. And 15 to 10.
13
With a
for Grim.
13.
Who's faster between the two of you?
Probably her. I have a +1 deck, so.
I have a +5 dex. So
You have +5 decks. Holy moly.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely go first.
How do you have a +5 dex? That's crazy. Okay.
well,
Yeah.
part of that was from losing my wings.
Oh, yeah.
The
That's
breath gave you +2 dex.
What's wrong
I
with
also
me?
have +5 wisdom. And yet I roll like shit.
Damn it, Destrin. Why'd you roll so low?
+5 to a 2 still sucks.
Oh, wait. What did I roll? I didn't roll. Oh, I rolled a 7. Nah, we're good. Poor Destrin going so slow. And so then Gumball is
Gumball is a 9.
Gumball's a 9. So Gumball's last. Okay, so Orin, let's kick it off.
All right. So we're fighting this thing in the middle, right?
I mean, it looks at you guys and its eyes pulse. It's up to you to interpret it how you will. I'll let you roll initiative.
I'll just look around.
Do you
at
want to be
everyone.
friends?
Or we have to fight this? What's going on? And I'll
You
pull
can
out
have
the
a
bladed
name.
chain.
Fuck,
Okay.
my mom's calling. Give it a name.
Soldier Snake Thulu Manhands. That is his name.
Snake
I'm
Thulu
just
man
going
hands.
to. I'm gonna just hold my action if it makes any aggressive movements, and then I'll attack it.
And then you'll take it. Okay, cool. So on its turn, you will watch as it makes some guttural noises, and you watch its tiny little wings on its whack begin to beat. It begins wiggling and writhing as it lifts into the air. And it hovers about 5 feet off the ground.
He's a bumblebee.
And its wings are beating so fast. And it just tries to get like a hold of itself for a moment, and then it whips around and begins moving. Whoops. I don't know what happened. I thought I had grouped this. What happened?
And we'll be like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I gave it away.
I wish I'd done what I was thinking of doing. Was gonna take like a handful of the clay and just smack it over its face.
Yeah.
What happened there? Okay. Stop. What is the head moving for? I grouped it. I want you all to move
With a
together.
mind of its own.
You son of a bitch. It's falling apart and I'm mad.
We worked so hard to put it together.
I just can't get it to group. And then the second I'm done, it's all grouped up again. Oh my god, I swear to god. Anyways, so it's going to move, I think, over here, and it's going to whip its tail out at Seti
Cool.
first. Part.
I guess I could put battle music on.
That is a 15 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. As it does that, it whips its tail around at you, and its arms swing out. And let's go ahead and say Grim, Orin, and Seti and Bropsy are all taking damage.
So since he did aggressive movements, I can attack him.
Yep.
Is there a save for whatever this damage
Nope.
is, or we're just taking damage?
Let's see here.
I got
Grim, you are
13 to
taking
hit.
7 points of force damage. You're hitting him for what? What to hit?
Whoa.
13 to hit.
That does not hit. We've got a
Do it.
5,
Did I get an attack of opportunity for him going there?
6 points. No.
Do I
He-
still
he
get
didn't-
2 attacks?
Leave your.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess so. I guess this is where he would have gone. Sorry, he moved into your space. I didn't mean to move him past anything. Like he's still in combat with you. What? I thought he was just too long. That's all.
Do I still get 2 attacks for my attack action, even if it's a held action?
Only if it's you get to attack like standard as part of one action, like not attack as a bonus action, but two attacks. Then yes.
Yeah, I get 2 per
Yeah.
attack action.
Yes, then you have your attack.
Dirty
Alright, so who
20
was it?
for the second.
That hits. Somebody else was taking damage. 6 points of damage to, I believe I said Orin.
Yeah, it was everyone
6.
but Minier.
Okay. and
6
I'm
points of
doing,
damage, you said?
I'm doing 9 damage to it.
9 damage. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, and then we're gonna do Bropsy, that's 5 points, and 7 points to you, Seti.
We
As
could
he-
have been friends.
Gestures both hands out, you just see these lights just immediately twist and fly from his hands, and they slam into you.
Rude. I knew the human was going to be a wizard.
That's its turn for now.
Then you're next.
Menir, you are next, yes.
Then in that case, I'm gonna go within range of it. I will do a rage, and man, it's been a while since we've done combat. And then I guess I will just take a swing at it.
Alrighty.
That's a 13 for the first one.
That does not hit. What? So you get nibbled.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet, because you.
Because
Okay, gotcha, yeah.
that's just the nibble instead of
Yes.
fail
Okay.
hit. Oh, I guess that's half my attack action because I get 2 swings, right?
Yes.
All right, so second swing would be 17.
17 does not hit. As you go to attack it, you watch as it raises its tail up and just sort of deflects from the side. Did you get in a flanking position?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I just ran straight up on it.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
Then
So you will take a nibble.
now, yeah, I would take a nibble, which is 1d6. Got it.
And you raged first?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's still halved from the. Right.
1 point.
So as he goes and swings, this thing is significantly more agile than you were expecting, considering it was just born, and begins like whipping around and like smacks your sword out of the way right as it's trying to nip at it, and he goes, and you watch as your sword just starts biting into your hand, just like just sort of out of fury.
Don't even notice.
Don't even notice. You activated your rage. Is there any sort of lightning thing that happens with?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Looking for what the DC is. Activate one creature takes Dex DC 17.
Dex DC 17. That's a success.
Alright, so it takes half of a 1d6. So half a 3.
Okay, so it takes 1. Okay, easy enough. That's gonna put us at Seti.
Alright, first up, I'm going to bonus action cast Hex, and I'm going to give it a disadvantage on dexterity checks.
Dexterity checks.
And then I'm going to attack it with my sword because I'm in melee range.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And then that is 13 plus d6 for hex. That is 17 points of damage.
Total.
Total. 4 points of necrotic, 13 of piercing.
Pierce.
And I will... So hang on, I haven't used my sword in so long. Want to do the blooming blade thing. So I'll
So
do...
in the it doesn't cost a bonus action or anything, does it?
No, it's just whenever you hit an enemy. So it deals another 3 points of necrotic, and I gain that as healing.
Your physical damage from the actual pierce as the blade hits seems to it begins to sink in slightly, but it doesn't seem as effective as you would have thought. The chest just seems very burly.
Well, sure,
And,
piercing damage
hard
on a
to pierce.
statue. What did I expect? But it's all I got.
Well, it's a black furred owlbear chest.
I would also like to take a quick second to acknowledge Schneider with 51 months subbing.
51 months.
Holy heck. That's a
Fuckload
lot
of months.
A lot of
A
months.
fuckload of months.
How many babies
You've
is
probably
that?
single-handedly subbed more to our channel than the cumulative everybody else combined.
Just 5 babies.
That's
too
not
many
true.
babies.
That's not true because Beelin's been subscribed almost as long.
I'm almost in the 40s, I think.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Yeah.
up there.
So I guess
I'm
maybe not that much of
15.
it's a bit of an
But
thank you
exaggeration.
so
But
much.
hell
That's
yeah,
amazing.
man. Super appreciated. The MVP of our subscriber chain.
Always.
In my defense, he's known you guys longer than me.
True, he has.
That's your only excuse.
Yep.
Um,
I'm new to this. Sorry.
all right, so Seti, you're done?
That is my turn, yes.
Okay, Cleary's turn. Oh man, I should have thought about what I was doing ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and say that he is going to launch. Ooh, you guys are right on top of that thing, so he can't do a whole lot. So he's going to cast Magic Missile at that level, 4th level. That's
Oh. I have been wondering about my breath thing. It doesn't specify how many breath points I have.
breath
Or
points.
how?
It's
Yeah.
it's specified at the top. Should be a place where it says how many it is.
There's a lot of text, so maybe I'm missing it.
Plus 20. Wow. So he does 27 points of damage. That's pretty good. Once he releases Magic Missile, and that's just going to be his turn. He's just going to stay there and release Magic Missile, and we're moving on. It is the Bodek's turn. So you guys watch as way from the back, Cleary just gestures out with his book, and he draws, and you watch these streaming bolts of fire just pow, 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 straight into this creature as he does his signature move. Okay, so the Bodek, which I believe is controlled by Orin.
Oh, is it Bodek's turn?
Yes, Bodek.
Okay. Oh, I can't seem to move him anymore.
Oh, what the heck?
Wait, I can't even move Orin. What's going on? Let me log out of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to move him, and
well,
You
log
should be
back
able to
into,
move him. yeah, you should be able to move both of them.
statue now.
I was mousing over to them and did nothing. It was weird. Okay, we're good. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
And then he's gonna do
Oh.
Withering Gaze on it. So that's to do a con save.
Okay. What's the DC?
DC 13.
It is a success.
So it will take half damage for 4d10.
So strong. Butt accent's scary, man.
Yeah, the Bodak could have just ended this on the first turn if the thing was unlocked too.
So it's 26 damage, so 13.
13?
Necrotic. Yeah.
13 necrotic. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Bropsy, it is your turn. Assuming the Buddock's done. Dun, 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 dun.
You gave it disadvantage on Dex? What was it?
Disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Hmm.
Oh, babe, also, you need to make a concentration check for getting struck.
Ooh. That was before my turn. Right?
Yes, it was. You're right. Just have to try to remember these things.
Mm-hmm. I never remember
You're correct.
I'm
concentration.
just gonna bop him.
Wow.
I could frostbite him next time, but that's also con 17, and I don't know what kind of con this guy has. So, bop. That was a really bad bop. That was 12. That
does
was
not
a
hit.
disappointment. Oh, wait. I was gonna move here so I could get. Can I get my advantage on attacking because I'm flanked?
Yes, if you're flanked, you get advantage. Absolutely.
Bop! That's a 20.
That hits.
I
Roll damage.
bop him for a nice sad 8.
Okay. Doesn't seem as effective as you thought it would be.
Oh, I didn't think so. I'll try frostbite next time.
When you hit him, you're like, oh yeah, I really hit him. You're like, ooh, got some reverb on that. This guy is sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is that your turn? Activate. Yeah, because you take the bonus action to cast it, and then the action to attack. So yes, that was your turn. Grim,
Mm-hmm.
you're muted.
I muted. Grim, well, first he'll activate Shillelagh as well. But then he's going to, like, how far am I? Distance here. Let's look. Ruler, how many miles away? 25. Okay. So Grim will kind of just, like, raise his hand and make, like, low guttural sound. Anyway. And kind of just drain the life out of it. So have it make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
That is a failure.
So it takes 40 necrotic damage.
Oh shit! So you,
as I cast Blight and just drain the life force out of it.
As you raise your hand towards it, mushroom spores begin like growing out of its body as like the color like is taken from its skin and begins to leave like a sort of black necrotized flesh section underneath the mushrooms as they grow. And he goes and it like rips them off.
And just be like, "Bad, you don't attack your parents. They can't be wings, I can take them away."
Destron's gonna move 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And she gonna
got to use that one.
And she gonna shoot this motherfucker with a bow, because that's just easier than anything else right now. That's gonna miss. Does she have a bonus action? That'll be fun.
Yeah. Good roll too. That was a high roll, I think.
She's going to gesture for a second, and she begins moving her fingers, and as she does, a sort of black, sort of ichor-y shadow begins to form around her hand, and she begins drawing a shape in the air, and then she grasps it, and you see there's a blade, like a sword, in her hand. It's made out of shadows. So that is her turn. Gumble, the brain in a jar.
So, in the amazing world of Gumble, Mr. Gumble is going to, well, I'm assuming he's got the angry eyebrows, and
Oh, yeah.
he's got battle eyebrows. He's gonna cast Old Monster, I think.
Okay.
So have it make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
DC 14 Wisdom. DC 14 Wisdom. That is a success.
Well, phooey. I don't know that he has anything that's a.
Well, it's only a success because you guys gave him a smart brain.
Yeah. I don't think he has anything that I can see that's a bonus action. I think that's all he's got, right? But for detect sentience, does he detect any, like, he detects intelligence in it? If it has an intelligence higher than 3?
It does have an intelligence higher than 3.
Does DC,
but
like,
it
they're both
seems-
telepathic.
It seems that it's trying to sense into this thing. You can get the sense that it is the mind of the creature is reactive rather than active, but something in the back of its mind is processing and it doesn't actually seem like it's within its control. As in, it seems like there is something conscious, but it's not the creature itself. Something sentient, but not the creature itself.
Okay.
Gumble knows that.
Gumble knows that. I'll let you decide whether or not he broadcasts that. I don't know.
Sure, yeah. You guys hear in your brain says, what did he sound like?
He was kind of like goofy. I think he was kind of goofy sounding like.
He's
Hey.
like, there's this thing's not quite all there in the head. That's what he says.
Duh.
Okay, so that was Gumble's turn. Orin.
Okay. So I'll just move up there and do my 2 attacks. 15 to hit.
15 does not hit.
Oh, natural 20.
Well, that'll definitely hit.
A whopping 12 damage.
12 points of damage.
Oh wait,
Seems less effective than you would have expected.
my weapon does something on a crit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I can hit with the other end. So that's another 2d6 damage.
Nice.
1, 2. Boop. Another 5.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. Okay. So as you watch as Orin just begins spinning this chain and just boom, boom, as the blade cuts across him and it cuts like right into its neck and it just goes, and then he swings it around and then this ball just like flies straight into his chest and it knocks him back slightly. That was your turn.
Yep.
The monster is going to begin to fly out of range, so everybody gets an attack of opportunity that is within the space of him.
Hell yeah. $19 for me.
3 of you.
22.
19 hits, 22 hits. Propsy, did you make an
I got
attack?
an 11.
Does not hit. Go ahead and roll
I
damage.
roll like shit. I had a +9.
So that is
Womp.
8 points of piercing damage for me and 6 points of necrotic.
Piercing damage. Reduced to 4. And then the...
Believe that'd just be
How much
7.
necrotic?
6.
Thank you. Do it now.
I believe that'd just be 17 slashing? Or does that count as an attack action?
The thing will still bite.
Okay, so
If it hits, if the sword
Yeah,
hits, it
so-
will bite.
right, so it's 17 for the hit, and then 5 for the pierce.
22 total.
I'm doing Blooming Blade again, but I only rolled a 1, so it's 1 more point of necrotic.
Okay.
Trying to get myself back up to max health, but just not
So
gonna
this
happen.
thing is starting to look a little worn. Seems like a very hardy creature that you all created. But as it makes its way away from you, you don't have Sentinel, do you?
Nope.
I guess
I do
either
not,
one of
if
you.
that was me,
Okay,
yeah.
yes, yeah, you're the one I would think might have it.
Nope.
Meanwhile, he's going to turn towards all of you, and in a 60-foot cone,
Uh-oh.
which from this distance he should be able to hit literally all of you except for Cleary. Yes, he should be able to hit all of you except for Cleary.
He's gonna
Oh.
sneeze on us.
Even Gumble. It's just barely in range.
And I need you to make a intelligence saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh. I can, as a reaction, use my protecty stuff.
That's me and the Bodak.
As you and the Bodak.
12 for me.
Gumble rolls a 17.
Got
I
a
love when he uses a
15.
brain.
I got an 8.
And Grim rolls a 17. So
Nitnir
I'm
got an
rolling really,
18.
really bad.
Bodak has a -2 on this.
good job. Well, the Bodak's
So,
probably
anybody who rolled below a 16.
Bodak got a 5.
Anybody that rolled below a 16 takes 24 points of psychic damage and is stunned.
Owie.
I'm resistant to psychic.
At what point do I use my reaction?
When something happens to you.
Well,
That,
you technically, if you
can be-
swung at it,
Your reaction is
That
for
was your reaction if you
increasing
attack.
someone's armor class, though, right?
yeah, so if you attacked when he left your attack range, that is an attack of opportunity. That's your reaction. You can choose not to take it. We only get one reaction per turn.
Per round.
Per round, sorry, not. Yeah, per round.
Oh, so I have to not use that in order to use the protection?
Correct.
Mhm.
You need to hold your reaction for when it's time to use it.
you
So-
let it
Did
walk
not
away.
realize
too.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
But no damage on the success with
Yep.
this one, right? This is just regular
Nope.
Mind Blast.
This is Mind Blast.
It's
Sorry,
just funny
can
because
you-
the brain has the same ability.
Can you make the creature do a con save, please?
Yes, I can.
DC 13.
That's success.
Okay. Please.
So
Yeah,
I
he's
need to
fine.
roll for Destrin, which is a success. So those of you that it happened, you know who you are, correct?
Mm-hmm.
24 points of psychic. Okay, so that will be that, and then he is also going to unleash the storm. Oh, I don't need to roll. We're gonna do Seti, Destrin, Grim, and the Bodak.
Oh, this is just the force damage again.
I'm just gonna do one roll. 7 points of force damage to each of you.
The Bodak?
Yes. And Destrin also takes the damage. Okay. It is now Mitnir's turn.
Didn't check the distance, but I'm assuming I can make it. I'm gonna run up behind it, stuff around because it's bothering me. I'm facing the wrong way. And then I'm going to, for the first swing, make a reckless swing.
All right.
So I get advantage.
Correct.
And I'm going to go ahead and try using 2 charges on the sword for chow down.
All right. Nice.
Hack roll. Any advantage roll. That's a 25.
That hits.
All right, so damage for that is going to be 18, 19, 20, 21.
21.
What's rage give? Yeah, rage gives 21. So.
I don't know where they are, babe.
I have eye problems.
Okay. Thank you. Trying to DM.
So that'd be the 21 slash, and then
21 slashing. Okay, so.
So the sword grapples the target, huge or smaller, and it makes an attack roll using your weapon attack modifier.
Yes, so he is grappled. Which I need to go remember to look up what grapple does specifically.
So then
As an
that
effect.
says it also deals 1d8 piercing and 1d6 acid damage each round until the grapple is broken.
Yep.
So I need to roll both of those. So 1d6 and 1d8. So that is 7 pierce and 3 acid.
7 piercing and 3 acid. Okay.
Now, I guess, how would me making more attacks work since the sword is grappling the creature?
Yeah, your sword, you said chow down, so your sword just jumped on there and it's just eating him.
Right, so it's like just kind of like chomped onto him.
Yeah, you don't have a sword right now.
Could I use my bonus action to pull out my other sword? Like, is that a thing?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, then I guess that'll be the rest of my turn is pulling out my other sword until it drops. My sword gets knocked loose or whatever.
Your sword's eating right now.
Yeah.
So. All right. So he makes a strength saving throw on his turn, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a DC 13 to escape.
Okay, cool. Good to know. All right. That's going to put us at SETI.
Alright, SETI is stunned, so nothing happens, I assume?
Yes, but you make a saving throw, I believe.
Stun doesn't just go away at the end of my turn?
No, it's for 1 minute.
I'm stunned for 1 minute?
So it's stunned for 1 minute.
And it's another intelligence saving throw?
Let me go look up what you do again real quick.
Yeah, at the end of each of your turns, you can. At the end of your turn, you can do it. So
Bodak is never going to make a saving throw.
Hey man, I made a saving throw.
It has -2.
It's gonna have a harder time doing
yeah, so you can try to recover from it, but when you recover from it, it's still the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, if it's another int save, I got a 17.
That should do it. Then you are no longer stunned.
Right.
Okay. Cleary's turn. Cleary's gonna throw some more shit at it.
Hit him.
Cleary's like, it never fails. That's 3, 6, 10. Which thing was easier to see? 12, 16, 18. 22 points of damage. That's it. So that's going to put us at the Bodak.
He's stunned, so he's just doing a save, I guess.
Yes. Intelligence saving throw.
That's a 9.
Well, he is still stunned.
Good job,
Okay.
Gimli.
So he's stunned, and then that's going to put us at Bropsy.
Brapsy?
Are you also stunned,
No.
Bropsy? I don't know what you rolled, so.
No, yeah, you're right. I got stunned.
So I make an intelligence saving throw.
Bloop. 23?
You are no longer stunned. That is your turn. Grim.
Grim's turn? Okay.
Yes.
Now, this guy is in the air right now, or is he just on the upper level?
Oh, he landed up top. Sorry.
And there's no spot to stand there in front of him, the flank, is there?
To flank?
Like, I couldn't go on that other side of him and flank?
I think you could probably get a flank if you... Yeah, there's enough ledge here you could stand on.
Now, can I do it with a 10-foot reach or no?
Oh, absolutely.
Does that count as flanking still?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna quaff a potion first before I move.
Okay.
Haste potion as my bonus action. And then... Well, there was a reason I did that, but what was that reason? Huh. I don't remember what I was gonna cast. What was I gonna cast, guys?
Figured you were doing something with your hands.
I'm going to do that too. Just don't remember what I was gonna cast.
Shillelagh?
No, I cast that at the beginning. Shoot! Oh, I think I was just gonna do another blight for the spell, and then I was gonna attack. Just a
Okay.
regular attack. So DC 17 again.
DC 17. What kind of save?
Con save.
That's a failure.
Okay, so another 34 necrotic damage,
Jesus Christ.
and then have it roll another DC 17. Wait, is it DC 17? Yeah, another DC 17 con.
Oh, that's a success. Well, no, that's not a success. That is a failure.
All right, so then 2 necrotic as they enter my Halo spores,
How much?
and just 2. It's just my little spores.
All
I'm
right.
just surprised somebody
Yeah.
finally failed. And then I will attack.
This thing's starting to look pretty rough. You guys have done quite a bit of damage to it. It's starting to look worn down, cuts all over it, and you can see that it's sort of like oozing out this sort of aquam as opposed to blood.
Where's my attack? Oh, okay. Shillelagh now. Yeah. That's a 19,
19. That hits.
and that is 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And have it roll a DC 17 strength check.
DC 17 strength. Failure.
So it's grappled.
Okay, it's double grappled. then.
Oh, is it double grappled?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should have rolled again. Hold on. My other roll with my it's still not a natural 20, so it doesn't matter. I didn't realize he grappled. If it's already grappled, I'm not going to double grapple.
Okay, awesome. So that is going to put us at Destrin's turn. Destrin is going to step, foomp, and she is going to attack it. Which I need to go look at her stupid ass shit.
Oh, I should have punched it with my second attack while I didn't have a sword.
Okay. So she is going to cast Booming Blade for giggles. And that's 18 plus. Yeah, she absolutely hits. And that's going to be 2d8 plus 3d6. Oh. what is that? 11, 15, 25, 28 points of damage. And he is electrically charged.
Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie.
Okay. That is her turn. And that's going to put us at Gumball.
Woohoo! Well, Gumball's gonna move like 10 feet so that he can see a little bit better, I guess. Because he can't from here. He can't do too much, but he can chill touch at least. So we'll do a chill touch.
Ready? Is that a DC?
It's an attack roll, so
What's
it's
attack roll?
it's not very. We didn't roll very high. You rolled a 14.
That does not hit.
Way to go, Gumball!
Okay, Orin.
Okay, so intelligence save.
Yep.
Oh my god. Nope, that's an 8.
You are still stunned. And as its eyes pulse in front of it, it begins to rotate to the side. I got Mind Blast came back. It's grappled, so it can't do anything. It can try to break the grapple, or it can do its Mind Blast. It's going to accept the grapple, and it's going to Mind Blast again. The people right in front of it. So that is a DC 16 intelligence saving throw.
To the big group of people, not the two behind it. Right?
Yes, he's going to... Ooh, he can't get you and Bropsy together, so he's going to miss Grim.
I mean, I have been wailing on him. He probably might attack me.
Yeah, I think he will. He'll take you, and he's going to... Actually, he's going to get... Is this in range?
Let's see.
Probably.
It's such a massive range. It's 45
Yeah.
feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
that would
he's
basically.
yeah. So he can get everybody here. We just won't be able to get Orin and Bropsy as well. Okay, we're gonna do that. So the rest of you guys, including Cleary, make a intelligence saving throw, which
Would
Cleary's fine.
stunned people just maintain stunned?
Correct.
Bodak.
All right. So Gumball succeeds.
Seeds.
Bodak rolled a 16 minus 2 for a 14.
And Grim succeeds.
Grim succeeds.
And for me,
There were 8.
This might knock out the Bodak.
Oh, it won't. He has more hit points than what's shown to you. He has a special Bodak. I'm just having you pilot him with these regular stuff because that's easier than...
Yeah, I feel like Gumball's like DC should be a little bit higher than the regular brain, but yeah.
Yeah, probably, but not at the moment.
He can't. His main issue with playing him is he can't use his big abilities because it's like
48.
it's Mind Blast, you know.
So that's 15 plus 6. 21 points plus 4. Is that right? Plus 4. So 25 points of psychic damage. So anybody who failed the intelligence saving throw, DC is 16.
and I'm stunned again, right?
If you failed, yes.
Am I rolling? What's happening?
No, not you.
Okay.
Okay, so clear is fine. Okay, that is that part, and then he can still attack, he just has disadvantage when grappled, correct?
It just, well, I guess grappled, as far as I know, just speed 0.
Oh, speed 0. Okay, in that case, he's going to throw his arms out, and he's going to double cast. So he's going to hit Destrin and the person on him, and probably try to hit the sword, too. Although the sword's immortal, so...
I was like, I'm gonna have a hard time hitting the sword if it's on him.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like a force push, right? He's doing like the Pain Almighty push, basically, right? Is that kind of like the idea?
He's basically just casting magic missile.
Oh, is that what he is? Okay.
Yeah.
You hadn't really described like how it.
Just little twisting pulses of energy. That's all it is.
Okay.
So that's... This is just very strong. Very strong. 7 points of damage to you, Mitnir. 7 points to you, Grim. because of course he's going after you. Oh, sorry, 8 points to you, Grim, and then
Okay.
that's going to be 7 points to Destrin, and pointless points to the sword that's on him. And he begins twisting and writhing, and he can't get more than 5 feet off the ground, so he's not going to move anywhere. Not that he could, anyways. His wings are—he's probably just on the ground, because he can't fly away. All right, that is its turn. So, Mitnir.
I will go ahead and just try to take a swing with my normal greatsword and see if I can hit it. That's 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
So that is 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage.
Second swing. It's a 14, so second swing's gonna miss.
You're also flanking, right? So it's advantage,
Oh.
isn't it?
I guess I do have advantage, so I'll roll that second one again. 24 to hit then. So that hits.
24 to hit. Yeah, definitely.
So that would be 17 more points of slashing damage.
15 more points of slashing damage, okay.
I will then use the bonus action to shock it, so it has a DC 17 dex.
DC 17. That is a failure.
So it takes 1 point of lightning damage.
Okay. You start to look really rough.
And
Like-
then the sword does 2 points of piercing and 4 points of acid.
Sweet. Okay. That's going to put us at Seti's turn.
I'll do a saving throw. 18. I'm no longer stunned.
Correct?
That's my turn.
Oh.
Sorry, babe.
Fucking sucks. This is this is the first combat I've had in months. Months.
You
And I'm
guys
just standing
put the
here.
Freaking mind flare head on him.
We
not
realized
taking
as soon
credit
as
for
you
that
brought it to life, that was about it.
What do you mean you're not? Were you the one that did it?
6.
I
I
think that
wanted
was
to
my
bring
decision.
Octopus a human head to life.
Probably would have been smart. but
22
no.
points of damage again.
I wanted to make a snake Thulu.
Sorry, who's taking
man-man.
damage?
The monster.
Oh.
That was Clear's turn. The Bodak.
He is still stunned. So
I hope I get a intelligence saving throw.
Nah, 20. Nah, 20.
That's a 4.
4. He's just completely stunned.
It's Bella's wrong.
Propsy.
Oh, now I can frostbite. I don't know how effective it'll be, but I can try it.
Is it on him or are you
Con
attacking?
17.
Con 17. That's a success. So is it half damage or is it nothing?
I think it's nothing.
Should say in the description.
It just isn't a failed save.
Okay, cool. So are you doing anything else?
No?
Okay.
Unless I should turn
Destrin's
into a
turn.
bear. Could move a bit.
It's up to you. You can do whatever you
So
want.
all
I'll
three
move
of us
up
will
here
be
for
hit?
now.
Were we all 13 for our initiative? I thought it was just me and Brodsy. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I don't remember how I can. Destron's gonna move into this position, rotating around so she can get advantage, so she can get her sneak attack damage. That is. Ooh, what is her bonus? She may not hit. Oh, that's plus 10. No, she hits. Jesus Christ.
Plus 10.
Yeah. That is 12 points plus. Ooh. 25 points again from Destrin. Psychic damage.
Monster.
She's not crap. She's been getting stronger with you guys. This guy's looking rough. Like, you can see its head is pulsing. Gumball.
Let's Grim first.
Oh, we skipped Grim. My bad. You're
First,
after
though.
Bopsy.
Look at my beautiful rock person I made. Oh, can you see him?
Yes.
Did you see who it is?
It's the lemon head from, I think,
No,
right?
no, the little jewels. I
Yeah.
can't get him in focus. I'll do it later. You'll see. It's really cute. Anyway,
Okay.
first
Looked like lemon head to me.
DC 17 con check.
DC
First.
17 con. That's a success.
Okay, so he doesn't take Halo Spores, and then I'm gonna wallop him a couple times. Since
Okay.
I try and save spell slots in case I need it later. So with advantage, roll. 19. Oh, I rolled Primal Savage. But that's a sec.
19 hits.
Shillelagh. Back here, Shillelagh. So the first one is a 10, and the second attack is. Ooh. That's not what it's supposed to do. What happened there? Oh, I rolled a 19. 28, sorry.
28 to hit or 28 damage? What's happening?
28 to hit. Sorry.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, hits.
Yeah, I was confused because I thought it was a 1, and I was like, where did this 28 come from? And then another 11 in addition to the 10.
So, that's bludgeoning, so. Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's it.
Alright. Doesn't seem
So
quite
you
as
might-
effective as you would have thought or hoped.
I just don't want to keep spending level 4 spells.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he's still standing, barely hanging on there. Now it is Gumball's turn. The floating Jarn.
So, Gumball cannot safely Mind Blast still. Could attempt, but no. Yeah, I think really all I can do with him is Chill Touch. I can move him another 10 feet with Chill Touch.
Sweet.
So
Is that a DC or is it attack roll?
it's an attack roll, and it's a +6 to hit. Let's see here. So he rolls a. So it's a 16 to hit.
That does not quite hit.
Dang it, Gumball!
You guys just happen to put some tanky pieces together. So that's that. And who do we have next? Orin!
Intelligence save. Ooh, 23.
You are no longer stunned.
Yay.
Monster's turn. Monster does not get his Mind Blast back, but he is going to do all of his other stuff. So he's going to try to attempt to break the grapple with his
Yeah.
action.
Disadvantage on that.
Disadvantage on that. So it's strength saving throw disadvantage. It's a natural 15 and a natural 16 plus his strength. So
That
I
beats it.
assume that it's
Yeah,
good.
it was a 13, so he breaks it.
Oh yeah, so he breaks out of it. He just goes. He's gonna break straight out of it, and then he is going to whip his tail around, and he's gonna try to hit the shit out of Mitnir, whose sword has been fucking with him. That's gonna be Miss. It's gonna be a miss.
Rolled that good, huh?
He really doesn't know what to do here. But that's it. That's his turn.
Alright, so I guess I'm gonna use my bonus to switch back to the devouring sword.
Well, yeah, so you have to go pick it up, grab it, and swing again.
Right. So I guess that consumes my bonus action essentially to swap.
Yes, we'll go and say that.
Okay. I was just like, I don't know how that translates. And then I will just... I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to spend 2 more charges. And we're going to swing at him, so... Oh, I have advantage, so that's a good thing. It's a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Alright, so damage will be 17. The sword grapples it again. For my second attack, I will punch it.
Okay.
Because I can't switch weapons again.
Fair.
That is... Oh, I rolled 2 2s, so an 11 to hit. I miss with the punch.
Okay.
So then a D8 and a D6. So it's gonna do 2 piercing damage and 3 acid damage. And he is grappled again.
Grappled, and he is looking so rough. He's on the teetering edge of being dead, but you guys just slightly not doing enough damage at the end here. Okay. Teddy.
All right. I forgot to roll concentration checks those times I got hit.
If you're stunned, can you keep your concentration if you're stunned?
No.
No, it just goes away.
I think you're...
I guess, yeah, it counts as incapacitation. God damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, this sucks. Eldritch Blast. I fucking got. It's a 17 to hit.
17 to hit. Doesn't quite hit.
Fuck. That's my turn.
AC
Bardic Inspiration to... Who's been fucking hitting this guy? Who's been actually doing a lot of damage?
Cleary.
Bardic Inspiration to Cleary!
Yeah.
Let's go, bitch!
Cleary doesn't need it.
Yeah, it seems
He's hitting like every time, like
Yeah,
I mean.
That's what he does. He sits in the corner and he throws magic missiles.
Oh, that's right.
at
I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he can change his magic missile into different elements to make sure they're effective.
All right, Bardic Inspiration to Minior. I don't know.
So he's done that, and that. I've actually been marking off his spells, but he's used all of his 4th level spots already.
He's just been tossing 4th level.
4th level magic missiles, yeah.
Oh dear. That's not the best use of that.
Well, the thing is that most of the rest of his spells are area spells, and you guys are right on top of it.
Exactly.
So, as opposed to doing Fireball, or as opposed to doing, Wall of Fire, or Ice Storm, or any of this other shit,
Right.
he pretty much just has Magic Missile that doesn't hurt anybody else. But for this one, he's just going to throw a Firebolt, which is a 20 to hit, which hits. This can do it. This can do it right here. Come on, roll good, bro. Nope. 8 points of damage. He's still up, but oh my god, just barely up. Do you have any bonus actions that can do damage? No, he doesn't. That's it. Destrin. I forgot to do her damage. So the Bodak's turn. I assume he's still going to just be stunned, but...
Probably.
So we'll just have Bropsy go ahead and get started here.
Just over there like, I
Yeah,
missed
that's
the entire
13.
fight.
He's
Yeah,
done.
he's stunned. Bropsy?
You can do it.
Perhaps he's gonna come and do a bop.
Bop, boom,
Bop,
bop.
Oh, nat 20!
Okay, roll damage, because Even your nat 20 may not be enough to.
Just
No,
gonna lay
no.
the
Google
fuck at it.
thing. No, I don't.
What? A normal roll? Or did that automatic? Oh, I think it automatically did it. 14.
Did you
14
say
points
he's
of
gone?
damage.
Oh, no,
Mhm.
no.
As you smack him, you hear a huge crack, and his head falls to the ground for a second, but he goes. It's at 1 hit point.
We could have been friends. Can I pick up and hold his head?
He's still alive. So you can try. Yeah, you can try.
Careful, there's a sword nibbling on him.
Yep, there's a sword nibbling on him.
As soon as it gets to Mitnir's turn, he's dead.
I mean, is it on his head?
I mean,
know.
it's around
Chewing
him.
on him.
Yeah.
You guys see what is effectively just a mimic just eating this monster. Grim.
Well, have him roll a DC 17 Constitution saving throw.
He's dead.
There you go. As my mushrooms just
So
infected.
as you hold his head in your hand, Bropsy, and you reach down, you say, "We could have been friends." The next thing you know, you see mushrooms grow out from behind, like the edges of his face, and as the tentacles go slack, and you watch as mushrooms start forming, and his head falls away from his body,
So it
and
gets
collapses
worse.
on the ground.
Because
That's
as that
okay, no-
happens, the sword starts devouring the body.
The sword
No,
starts eating the body.
It gets better though. I can hold on. Where's my action? Reaction? Yeah, as a reaction I'll use fungal infestation.
Oh god.
You're just making it taste better for the
Bring
soul.
it back as a zombie.
No, the body's gone.
Body's
Just
gonna
devour
eat.
the entire body?
He's
It ate
eating
the body.
Wow, okay. I didn't know it could eat things that fast.
So,
Well,
so it's
what
sitting here chewing it down. But
Yeah, it goes. If the creature dies while grappled, the sword devours the corpse and returns to the most recent weapon form and is inert till the next dawn. Stuff.
So as you guys watch, he just. And just swords just crawling from the basically from the bottom of this thing, end of its snake tail. It's just like bent in, so you can see the bottom half of the snake, and then the top of the torso is just being as the sword is surrounding it, and then finally it goes, and as it burps and turns into an inert greatsword, you see ding, 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 a small, glistening blue gemstone is burped out of its mouth and clatters to the floor.
Oh, great.
Okay, Clary, go identify this magic rock.
Okay. Clary starts making his way over there, and he says, "I'm gonna do this slowly because I would like to conserve my spells."
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
absolutely. Take
So
your
it's
time.
gonna take
Is
me
everyone
about 2
okay?
minutes, yeah?
I feel like shit.
Starts
So-
sketching the gemstone into his notebook.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself at pretty high level.
Well, I can give you, if you want to save spell slots, I can give you some cures.
Well, I don't know. I didn't use any during that fight, so.
Oh, that's true. Well, does
Your
anybody else
bell
need
was a
cures?
little rung.
Anybody else need cures? Look at anybody looking
I
up.
don't. I guess I could use some. I lost about 20 health or so.
I don't know what these will give you, but let's go.
I've
Oh,
got a
wait.
bruise
Wait,
and a
wait,
bite
wait.
mark from my sword.
Or not.
I'll just drink a potion because I got a bunch of those.
Cool.
Okay, well, does anybody need one while I have this roll still up?
I mean, go ahead, and if nobody
44.
else wants it, I'll take it.
+4.
Okay, and you can take a 13.
13.
I just delete that because it's got et instead of just crumbled on the
Now I'm
ground.
up to half my HP.
You're still only at half?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
I was almost
Propsy's
in
got a
single
lot of
digits.
heals. Propsy's got so many heals, it's insane.
Who needs heals?
Me.
Said he's
Make it
at
another-
half health.
Another 7.
Bodak might need health.
I'm also kind of hurt.
I don't think we can cure the Bodak. Can we?
Why not?
Can you cure an undead?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Depends
how
on
that
the
works in
undead.
5e.
This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. So
So no.
you could
Wasn't it
mend.
in-
Can you mend undead?
Hard to say.
Well, wasn't it in like earlier editions, like
We can ask him.
inflict wounds healed them or something? I don't remember.
You gotta do necrotic damage to it to heal it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Because
I
it,
don't
it
even know.
doesn't say anything about it gaining health for taking
Yeah.
necrotic damage, so. Nope.
How do you
Thing
heal
is
an
that-
How to heal undead.
That's exactly what I was looking up. It's like,
In general, I feel like most people don't worry about that because they don't have undead in their party.
I think Grim would probably have thought of this at some point.
The healing that Destrin can do heals undead because I specifically have her capable of healing undead.
Oh, okay. So that's good. We don't even know that. We don't really know that Gimbli's undead anyway. As far as we know, she's just been stunned this whole time.
Yep.
We still haven't seen her face, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so 5e kind of removed the positive negative energy flipperoo thing. And there's basically no good way to heal undead in 5e if you're like a player character, right?
Yeah.
They
it looks
have
like resting is essentially your-
resting, regenerate,
Uh-huh.
hero's feast, and then they're like, well, vampires have a way of healing themselves or coming back from the dead if they die. So like, there's some balance, sort of. But if you're
They
a
have
player
their own thing.
character, then that kind of sucks.
If you're an undead, if you're a skeleton player character, you're in trouble.
Yeah. So I would as a
Um,
DM, I would house rule if you're a player character, you can just use heal. That'll be fine.
I mean, technically, this Bodak would have probably been dead already because he takes damage in sunlight.
Well, no, that's why he's
He's
covered.
covered in armor.
He's hiding inside of a suit.
That's why he's hiding inside of his big old tent armor. Walking around in
Protective
daylight.
suit.
It's like a spacesuit, but just for being out in the sun. Alrighty. So, with that, Dustin says, well, that was significantly more troubling than I was expecting.
Yeah.
I don't know whose idea it was to give it a tentacle face, but that person, man.
My head hurts tremendously.
Yeah, splitting headache.
I know that you all took the brunt of it, and I didn't go completely zonkers, as it were. But I have to say, just the sound of the reverberation from its brain while it tortured the rest of you was unpleasant.
Yeah, it really sucked. That said, what did it accomplish? Do we think maybe now the void inside the temple is no longer a void?
Maybe
That
if we
would
take that
be my
stone
hope.
inside.
Are all the runes still glowing, or did they go away after he came to life?
The runes, yeah, when he came back to life, the runes stopped glowing.
Okay. Well, let's go poke our
Let's do
heads.
another one.
No, Mitnir. I almost died.
I'm not wasting Aquium on that.
So as this finishes, the 10 minutes, he says, it's unidentifiable.
Oh, great.
Perfect. Well, we could just walk into the temple.
It contains a large sum of magic.
Well, I assume it might be another fracture.
Most fractures, at least you get to the sense it says fracture.
Yeah.
That can be identified. This is not a fracture.
All right,
I think
well.
we should just take it inside.
Yeah, hang on to it. Do you want to put it in the this bag? My bag of holding.
I think he might need to be out.
All right.
Based on what we've seen here, that I think
Sure.
was saying it actually. Well, we should give him a chance.
Just magic things don't work in the bag typically, right?
Okay, he was real close, but he wasn't there. No, I think we probably need it out to use it.
Yeah, no, let's just go walk inside and see what happens.
Yeah,
Could
let's
be
do it.
A sort of key or something.
All right, so who would like to hold this gemstone and do something with it? We're just gonna let Cleary do it.
Cleary can do it.
I'm not sure we should let
Very good.
Cleary do it if he's going first and there's something.
If there's something
Like-
scary, it might not be.
Should I do my scouting thing? I'll go first. We all sneak make sure there's no surprises.
Well,
I'll hold the.
if
I'll hold
if
the
with
gem.
scouting, I can do it. She just walks up and grabs the gem out of his hand and begins walking towards the entrance.
All right.
She's gonna walk up and she says, just to be safe. She has one of the hands crawl off of her left abdomen, left side of her abdomen, and just comes up and she's like, hold this. And it just sort of like goes, like you see the hand hesitating, and then it just takes it. And then she sort of holds the wrist of the hand herself, and then sort of lets it go, and it starts floating ahead of her. So it's just like a hand holding a crystal just floating a few feet in front of her. She says, well, away we go. And she begins walking forward.
She would be a very good bark.
Mitnir follows immediately.
Mitnir follows
She-
immediately.
She's stealing our
yeah.
jewel.
We're going. I'm going to. I mean, just go.
All right, so if you guys, is anybody not following immediately after her? She does take the time to tie Gumble back onto her back before heading out.
Do you get healed up, or do I need to cast heals on you?
I'm at 50 out of 78. So depends what happens next.
I'm assuming one of us helped
Uh,
Gimbly up, right?
I'll
They're
go
not
ahead
small.
and use the second level cure one. Speed.
Okay.
Oh, hold up. I need to actually do a thing here. Before we actually move to the next map, I should
Whoa,
probably
hi,
turn
Cat.
on Fog of War.
So you
Nice.
are healed for a whopping
Like,
12.
I can see everything.
Much better than mine. Thank you.
Turn on Fog of
I
War.
will go ahead and do the same for me.
I'm just glad that
Mine
something
was a
finally
whopping 9.
died in my halo of spores.
I rolled so bad.
First time something has died to my halo of spores.
I think that might be the first time anybody's had something die to a Halo of Spores.
How many hit points did I have left? 1.
When? Usually it doesn't, like, everything succeeds, but we hit the higher proficiency.
Okay.
So nobody recognizes my rock as Uzi Tingen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't watch Demon Slayer?
Aiden is bathing.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, I haven't watched all of it yet.
I would turn on my camera, but that would break
This
things.
was so good.
Mhm.
So
Oh, he's gonna sit on her face. Oh my
as
god.
you
baby.
guys
That-
begin to step forward into the darkness, you find yourself in pitch black for a moment. And you can see that blue light is sort of cascading around all of you, pulsing from the front and sort of warping around you. You don't even see the sides of the walls that were next to you. They fall away as you start traveling through this darkness. And then, after just a few more feet of walking, you see ahead of you the light begins to bathe onto cobblestone. Well, not cobblestone, carved stone, and structure begins to meet you once more. She says, "You did it! Wow. I might be able to go home."
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. That was only the entrance.
And so I will move you guys over and start.
One afternoon with
Okay.
us, and you're already further than the months of here by yourself.
Don't be cheeky.
What? Very nice.
Oren, Bropsy, Graham, Teti, Mitnir. Oh, Mitnir. Work, Mitnir. Okay. And then we've got these
Starts
guys. We got, where are you? I don't know what happened to my other minis, so don't worry about it. No, I found him. He's enormous. What the hell's happening? It's the biggest Bodak that has ever existed, ever.
Found a delicious meal on the way in, apparently.
Oh, I don't have my thing on for this one. There must have been a reason for that. I apologize. It's also going to be huge. But as you guys can see, there is a highly decorated mosaic on the ground as you make your way inside, and you see natural bridge work and flora, and you can see a running stream of water on either side, like running in the middle, and you're sort of walking on the path on either side. You feel water beneath your footsteps as you come into this space. There's no light to be seen.
Well,
we got our headlights.
yep.
Alrighty.
Check the water and see if there's anything up with it. Do like a nature check.
Okay.
See if it's just normal water. You never know. It's a 19.
19? Yeah, this seems to be connected in some way, or maybe similar to the water outside. But it's moving significantly faster.
Well, shall we follow the water?
Probably a good
starters?
plan.
Yeah, did the water seem like it was flowing from within the temple when we were out there?
It would seem to have been flowing from an unknown source that was towards the temple itself, yes.
Okay, so we want to go maybe we try the opposite way of the water. We'll travel upstream.
Okay, the water is flowing. Yeah, so following it would be heading to the right, yeah. Because it is heading out.
Yeah, let's
So
just see where
go
it
the
goes.
opposite way, right? Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Does Orin, I guess, being right there, see the stairs?
Yeah.
Which way did we come from again on here, sorry?
The left.
The left, okay. Cool.
Right. I vote we follow the water.
Just follow the water.
Head right.
Really up to you guys.
I assume maybe I'll take the lead unless our actual scout wants to do actual scouting.
Sorry, Destron said they were gonna.
Yeah, Destron will
But
go
close
do some
behind.
scouting. That's a huge clearing.
Mega clearing.
Orin's gonna walk up these stairs real quick.
She's gonna say, "Be careful," and she's gonna actually go check around this way for traps, just in case. And she's gonna say, "Wait here, don't go too far," and she's gonna disappear into the darkness.
Charge forward! No.
I will also.
Yeah, Orin, don't go die.
While she's doing that, I will check for
No
traps
promises.
down to the right.
Okay, let me.
While they do that, Grim's gonna take a cup full of water in his
Make me an
hand.
investigation check.
16.
16. In that vicinity, you do not find any traps. But you should be able to see down this way.
I drank some water, but it's just water, right?
It is just water.
Okay. Is it salty water or is it fresh water?
It's sort of musty.
Okay, just yucky, gross, old water.
Mm-hmm. You get a little bit more of that mildewy smell.
Is this like a wall over here, all the way to the right?
There is a wall there, yes. And then there's the beginning of stairs. Right
I'm
there.
gonna examine the flora.
Most of this flora is not something you've ever seen before. The vegetation here appears to be large and vibrant, and it has leaf patterns that you are not familiar with.
Can I sniff them and see if any of them smell like they might be kind of particularly pungent or whatever?
Sure. Go ahead and
Rather
make
than
me a
just smelling
perception
like
check.
leaves. So what's a perception you said?
Yes.
21.
21. some of them have a little bit of a, I would say, more earthy scent to them. Nothing has a particular floral scent or anything that would suggest. I'm not sure exactly what you're looking for, but it doesn't seem to be the scent from the muskiness or any of that. None of that seems to be coming from the plants particularly.
I mean, just anything that's like could be,
Used
hey, this is
for
a plant
medicinal
we don't.
purposes or
Right, exactly.
alchemy purposes.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a plant we don't know. Maybe it's useful for something, kind of thing.
For that, make me. You just make me an alchemy. Make me an alchemy check, like using your alchemist tools. So do intelligence plus proficiency.
So that would be.
Oh, you haven't learned that yet. You haven't gotten
No,
proficiency.
I have.
Oh, you have.
Proficiency in alchemist and herbalist.
Okay, yeah. So then intelligence with proficiency,
which would be +6. Right? I guess I just rolled this. A natural 20, so 26.
26. Yeah. Some of these plants do seem to have similar scents or tinges. Not the large ones, but some of the smaller ones beneath are very strong and have the same sort of scent to you as some of the medicinal herbs that are used to create healing potions.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna take some, especially if I can find any like seeds or something. Like any kind of like.
Sure. Make any nature check.
Okay.
Attempt to do that.
All right, guys. I decided to go plant shopping.
Okay, so while you're doing that, that'll occupy you for a little while.
It's just a 10. So.
Orin is exploring over here to the left, or are you just stopping right there and just seeing what you can see? There seems to be a pathway here up above.
I guess before I decide to cross this little rickety bridge, I'll see if I notice any sort of traps or anything along the way.
Okay. Make me a perception check if you're doing it from a distance.
Yep. That's a big old 10.
You don't see any traps.
Cool, then I'll just cross the bridge.
Okay.
Just imagine some big old trap. He's like,
go ahead and move yourself.
Boop.
Okay. Seems all good as far as you can tell.
All right, then once I get over here, I'm going to look for traps again.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
All right. 19.
19. You do actually happen to see not but a few feet ahead of you, right here. Well, I can't ping because I've got the wrong thing open. Right here, there is in fact a small wire.
Ooh. I guess I'll talk into the ring and be like, anyone good at disarming traps?
Just step on it.
Don't listen to Mitnir. I could take a crack at it, but I assume Destron would probably be better than me.
Well, they don't have a ring, so I can't talk to them from a distance without yelling.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. I'm coming.
Gimli, do you have a way of talking to your friend to let them know?
You're just asking Gimli? It's like, oh, yeah.
Well, Gumble's with. I'm asking. Gimbli's the only one here, right?
Oh, Gimbli's the only one here. Gimli goes and begins walking. Just starts walking away.
I mean, that's the way you want to do that. So no, it's like if Gimli could also communicate telepathically.
Well, so I get a +5 for my gloves of thievery, and then my proficiency is 4, so it's +9. So it's a dex check +9, right? Disarm a trap.
Yes. Proficiency bonus plus your dex.
I think I can take a crack at this one.
Go for it.
Ooh, that was almost great. Dirty 20 though.
Dirty 20?
Mhm.
So as you check and try to follow the cable as it runs from one section to another, you see that it goes into the wall. And you thought for at first it was a very simple trap, but it's significantly more complex than you thought initially. And it actually goes completely into the wall. And there are mechanisms behind the wall that were jerry-rigged to this. And it appears to have been a trap that was attached to itself. What's behind the wall seems to have been something that was attached to maybe a pressure plate, and you find where the pressure plate has been removed, and that this cable has been jerry-rigged into it. So, as you're looking at it with a 20, you do find a way to disconnect the cable, but the trap behind the wall is still very intact and very volatile.
All right. So
the tripwire you've removed.
I'm going to use the chalk that I have and just like kind of outline the area where the like pressure plate was, like where the trigger mechanism is.
Mm-hmm.
And then just put like an X.
It just says don't touch.
Yeah, basically just like be careful, don't touch this. So,
okay.
And I'll communicate. All right, I disarmed the wire, but I think that, if you step here, it's still going to go off. So don't step here, all right, everybody? We good? Don't step here.
After a few minutes, you see Destrin coming up right in front of you. She goes, "This place is packed with traps."
Yeah.
I've already disarmed 5 traps since we've been here.
Oh, well, I got one. Don't step here.
Do you have another? Do you have another one of those little long, needly, nosy ones?
Nosy what?
She like shows you her broken tool that she uses when disarming traps. It's like this sort of. It almost looks like a long crochet hook.
Oh,
she's like,
thieves' tools.
If you have this particular piece, I broke mine.
Well, you can have mine, but I don't have a spare, so don't break mine too.
Awesome. She takes it off your hand. So it'll be a little bit more difficult for you to. The DC is just going to go up slightly for you disarming traps. That's it.
Great. Well, should we continue?
Don't have the long little crochet hook thing.
Should we continue down this platform, or should we just stick with Destrin and,
It's up to... Oh, you guys talking in the ring?
I mean, I don't know where she's looked, but we should check out to the right here.
Did Gimli ever find you?
Gimli? And then you see Gimli is just like sitting right here and stops hearing you guys talking, and he starts walking back towards Mitnir.
Yeah, I was just keeping him just like in the edge of the light, so if something happened.
He begins heading towards her, just starts walking up the stairs real slow.
Oh, there's Gimli.
That's Gimli. That's how you do.
Well, why don't we maybe divide and conquer, but stay close? So half of us go with Destrin, and the other half stick with me, and we can get a little bit more of an idea of what the trap situation is, what this place looks like. But we don't want to go too far in case combat happens.
Oh, I'm going to follow the one that has the brain in a jar strapped to her.
All right. Well,
she's going north, or which way is Destrin going?
Destrin's going to head back up this way. She says, "That's fine with me if you want to send a group."
On the upper level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll cross the bridge and then head parallel going up. And I will just be checking for traps constantly.
Okay, so you're going in that room?
Mitnir's just beating Mitnir.
As you peer inside the room, you see in the corner...
Oh, it's a room.
Oh.
A large, shark-like creature sitting with its massive form hunched over its like small lower body that is just sort of like sitting crumpled over in the corner. It doesn't seem to be moving at the moment.
Oh, well, speaking of combat, there's a big shark thingy here.
Be friendly.
Public alive?
Do I want to like look into the room without drawing the shark's attention, but I want to make sure there aren't any more traps like wires or anything.
Make me a stealth check.
Across the threshold.
Cast guidance.
You're okay.
The stealth is 30.
Just run over there. The stealth is what?
30.
30. Okay. Pretty stealthy.
And then my investigation to look for traps is
Cast guidance.
yes. Oops. Oh no. That's a D4. Please be good. Okay, so 13.
I love how I bounce back and forth from not using guidance at all to like bopping everyone like I'm in a whack-a-mole game.
So it's a 13, you said?
Yeah.
To find traps in that room?
Yeah.
You don't see anything. You see a big shark person in the corner that's kind of drawing your eye.
Yeah. Alright, well I don't want to go in there because I don't.
Just say hi, maybe he's friendly.
Is there anything at the top of the other stairs?
Yeah, I'll reveal that for you. I wasn't sure if you were going to turn around or not, so.
No, I'm just.
But yeah, you can probably see that and this from where you are. You can see that there's an opening that leads out to a little ledge ahead of you.
Because I'd assume from positioning I'd be seeing little flicks of light through that doorway on my
Yep.
left. From
You
them.
can see. Well, these torches are not on. There are no
Right.
light.
No, I'm saying like the headlamps
headlamp.
that we
Yeah,
have.
you can see the headlamps. Like around. Sorry, I've got the other thing. I can't ping.
Yeah,
Around
I'd
here.
see it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
see the
kind of
light
through there.
coming in through there. Yeah.
Mhm.
It doesn't shine. It's not like a lot. It's just like a little tiny itty
Right.
bitty bit. So yeah, as your lamp comes across the shark, though, it kind of freaks you out. I would imagine.
Well, nothing for it, I guess. I will gingerly step over the threshold and see what happens.
Cast guidance.
Hey, what's taking you guys so long?
You were supposed to come back and group up with us. Where are you?
I went up the stairs over here.
Stay put for a sec. Does anything happen when I step in the room?
You step into the room.
Yeah.
Are you still sneaking?
Yes.
Nothing happens.
The second I stop
You just
sneaking,
scare the
we're fucked.
bejesus out of this poor shark.
Alright, I'm going to keep sneaking. And I'm going to move across the room to the other side.
I'm sorry. Its fucking eyes are on the side of its head. It has how much field of vision?
Maybe
She
it's
just-
sleeping.
Its head is hung straight down. It is not. Its eyes are open. They are open.
Are they
But
blinking? Well, I don't know. Sharks don't blink, do they?
I don't think so.
Do
Make
shark
a
people
nature
blink?
check.
How much do you know about sharks?
Make a nature check.
That's a 10.
Oh man, you don't know. That might be the scariest thing about this
Is
is
it-
not knowing.
Breathing. Do sharks breathe?
Make a nature check.
She
It's
had
a shark.
guidance for something in there.
19.
19. You know that sharks breathe water through their gills.
Uh-huh. But can you
You've
tell
never
when they're
met a
breathing?
land shark before. Well, you've met land sharks
I've
just
met
recently.
the hammerhead guy
And-
Is his
too.
name
and
Jeff?
as far as you know, they definitely breathe water for sure, but also on land they seem to breathe just fine.
Yeah. So is this one breathing?
You watch it for a moment. Doesn't
Yeah.
appear to be.
Do undead breathe?
Make me an intelligence check.
That's a 7.
It's highly likely that undead breathe.
It's highly likely they breathe.
They move,
Everything breathes.
certainly. They certainly move.
This is just a statue. Oh no.
Okay. Well, nothing's happening, but I'm pretty sure this room needs to be searched. And this shark needs to be dealt with. So I'm going to keep
You see-
sneaking.
You see Mitnir just standing there,
I'm just like peeking around the door.
peeking
frame.
around, just a little bit of light just spraying across
Just kind of like
the
waves,
floor.
like, "Shh, it's Eddie."
Shh.
What?
Come closer, but be very quiet.
Near does like the stereotypical like tiptoe sneak.
Make a stealth check.
I'm gonna roll a natural one.
Stealth. Well, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay. You sneak your way over.
Sneaks in.
I'm going to ready an Eldritch Blast in case this shark makes any aggressive movements. I'm just ready to go.
Could have just said hi.
I'm like, Mender, what do you think about the shark?
It's a shark.
Ah, but is it alive? Should we kill it?
Better question is if it's dead, should we kill it?
Then we should definitely kill it.
I think while they're whispering, Orin's just gonna waltz into the room. With his light shining and everything.
Just light shining and everything.
Yeah.
No stealth. Just walk
Nope.
right in.
Walking in.
It's about the shark being in there.
So you walk in, shine the light, you see a shark in the corner.
Hello?
Just
This
like
is what we call shark bait.
the light hits its eyes and you watch them dilate for a second.
Okay,
And then
Can
Orin's gonna
we-
be like, hey,
do
you
we
have any
notice
rooms
this?
available?
And he watches its head kind of cricks up and it goes. And you see it's just bare open teeth. And you see that it is missing a large section of its chest.
Dead
Aw.
shark needs to be more dead.
Eldritch Blast, baby!
As it begins to move and lumber up. I assume you throw an Eldritch Blast at it.
Hell yeah.
And as the Eldritch Blast crashes into this thing.
You know what? I didn't do 2 beams of it last time. I used it in the last combat.
No. You nerf yourself all the time.
Well, it's been several months since I've fought as SETI, so
Yeah.
you'll have to
Like
pardon
legit
me.
combat.
So the first one's a 22 to hit, second one's a 23 to hit.
They both hit.
First one is 15 points of damage. Second one is 6.
Okay, as they slam into the side of this thing, it looks over towards you, and you see that its eye collapsed into its skull
Sure.
from the impact of the Eldritch Blast. And as it looks over towards you, its teeth begin to its jaw just hangs to the side slightly.
Hello.
And that's where we're going to end our session.